I really cannot stand the heat, so...
Yeah. California heat sucks. Anyway, welcome back. Today is August 21st. I think that's the day of the day. Yeah.
Today is, the 21st?
Yeah. So, welcome back to our weekly...
thing.
Existence. Weekly excuse to socialize. Last time we did the third world and second on the same day, but you know. This time we're gonna just continue on and see how much I can get done within this playtime. The faster I get this done, the faster we can get to Ace Attorney, which I am very looking forward to.
That's weird. You didn't sound very excited for it the first time around.
I mean, I gave it some thought, and I was like, this is gonna be beautifully stupid.
It's because I don't have a single visual novel to my name, isn't it?
I guess Danganronpa S.
Danganronpa S was more of a puzzle game than... Well, not puzzle game, I mean board game than anything else.
That's true. So, it doesn't count.
And we only did one episode of that.
2. I split it. Yeah, we were gonna do more, but then I lost a cartridge, and then I conveniently found it right after we stopped. And then we was like, okay.
And by that point, we were already doing like something else.
It was Kingdom Hearts. Yeah.
Honestly, I think most people would say probably the right decision.
I mean, we could always go back, but
Kingdom Hearts is kind of...
We'll see.
We're way too far into it to abandon it now.
I mean, yeah, but...
Just sunk cost fallacy is keeping us playing.
Yeah. Right. I mean, we could always go back as, like, every now and then.
Yeah, like, it could very much be one of those, like, one-off games.
Yeah. Like, Jonathan and I recently adopted the, focus on 2 things at a time style that we're doing. In addition to Danganronpa V3, we're also doing Persona 5 Royal.
Oh, so that's why, like, now instead of, like, a bunch of random games, Jonathan has a similar, like, update schedule as me, where, like, for the most part, we're just playing 2 games and that's it.
Yeah, for the most part. Although, he came over yesterday and we did that, and in between both of those, we, took a short break and played some multiverses matches. Because they have local play now. I'm dead.
Kevin has returned to Fortnite.
How fun.
Because,
Goku.
Yeah. The Dragon Ball event is literally the only thing that has managed to make Kevin go back to playing Fortnite.
We live in a society.
Honestly, I don't blame him. It's like the only thing in Fortnite that's ever actually managed to make me kind of want to play it.
I only play it if a friend asks me to play with them. So, other than that, I don't really play it that much. I'm dead. Speaking of multiverses, 2 new characters got announced, being Black Adam from DC Comics for some reason, and Stripe from Gremlins.
Probably because,
cross-promotion with the movie.
Well, I was going to say that, and the fact that, it's been confirmed that, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is basically doubling down on the DCU, and it's going to not only be sticking to, like, playing Black Adam in multiple projects, along with, like, you know, the Super Pet thing.
Yeah.
But is also going to be consulting on writing now.
Oh boy. Not sure how to feel about that.
Yeah. You can see how someone like me can think that's a bit weird.
Too much Rock.
The Rock is now going to be, like, basically the biggest voice, like, when it comes to star power in the DCEU. Yeah. Which I don't blame them, since they failed to, like, do anything good with it. But, I mean, the DCEU is kind of terrible.
Batman vs Superman, Justice League.
We will have to talk about the whole HBO...
oh, yeah, HBO Max is being kind of... Well, more so Warner Brothers highlights, but...
They basically fused with Discovery, is what I'll say right now. We'll get back to it, people. But first, let's talk about things that are less insulting, anger-inducing, and, in general, just terrible decision-making.
There's an infinite one of trick here.
Take advantage of it. Just go for 99.
All right. Anyway, so yeah, those two characters are in the game now for some reason. Trying to think of what else has happened.
Well, we were talking about the whole Dragon Ball Fortnite event.
There's that.
Which, according to Kevin, is like the first time Fortnite's had to put in some actual effort into their shit, which is why people are into it.
They put in effort some.
No, like I said, in a while. I mean, like they've obviously put effort into things like Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it's been a while since they've gone all out with an event like this.
To the point where Fortnite is canon in the Star Wars lore. For some reason. Oh, something I've been wanting to mention, but it happened a while ago, but I keep forgetting to bring it up. Nintendo is acquiring some animation studio with the intent to rename it Nintendo Pictures. So that was announced in, like, I don't know, July, and it's going to be finalized in October. So yeah. You hear about that?
I did not.
Yeah, Nintendo is acquiring some animation studio. I think its name is Dino Pictures or something.
Gonna have to look into it just to see why.
And once it goes through, they're going to rename it to Nintendo Pictures.
I'm guessing the reasoning here is they have zero faith in the Illumination film, and it's been consistently proven that other companies cannot handle their properties.
I don't think that's entirely the case. I mean, they have enough faith in the Illumination film to actually keep it on track for release.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like most other like corporations. They just straight up have no faith in.
They have faith in Ubisoft for some reason.
That's because Ubisoft knows that they can't fuck with Nintendo.
That's true. Well, there's that. And apparently the Mario movie's not going to be Illumination's only Nintendo project, because rumor has it they're already working on a Donkey Kong spin-off movie. That'd be funny.
I mean, we kind of already saw that coming. What was like who was being set up to voice Donkey Kong in the first place?
Yeah.
Like if you saw that big ass name on Donkey Kong and said, "Yeah, no, that's getting a spin-off," and like you didn't say that, then well, congratulations. You don't know how Hollywood works.
Yeah. And also, why not? It's Donkey Kong. And the actor who's doing Luigi, Charlie Day, is interested in doing a Luigi's Mansion movie.
I can honestly see him doing that.
Yeah. He's interested in it.
He's one of the people from Always Sunny.
Yeah. He was also Benny in the Lego movie, which I never knew until I read the casting list. I was like, yeah, that guy can make a good Luigi.
Yeah. We need our Luigis to be completely neurotic and insane.
I do wonder, since I'm pretty sure Nintendo Pictures will be the brand they use for like any future motion picture they go on,
or like TV show or anything like that.
Sure, they'll have some other. They'll stick with.
Well, with the exception of Pokemon, the Pokemon Company International does all that shit.
Well, sure, they're gonna stick with partnering with other Hollywood studios to produce these, but
yeah.
I do wonder if they're going to stick with just Illumination in Universal.
I could see Universal.
The only other animation studio Universal has is DreamWorks, which I wouldn't really trust with Nintendo's properties.
Yeah.
Even though their most recent movie.
Honestly, you'd expect Nintendo to go with anything with their longtime partners of Disney, but
Disney's animated properties are more so original.
Yeah, and I know, but like, if they really wanted to like just license shit off, you'd have expected that, but nah.
Maybe if Blue Sky was still around, they would have gone there, but it's not. Maybe over at like Warner Brothers or something. Their animation group. They need something to recover from losing the Lego movie rights.
Too bad. Universal already has the parks, so
Yeah.
automatically that gave Universal an actual upper hand.
Yeah. Yeah. I'd say they could go to Sony Animation, but that was a joke. And then there's Paramount Animation, which I don't know too much about. This isn't counting.
Paramount would screw them over hard.
And this isn't counting like all Hollywood mini major studios like Lionsgate, STX, whatever.
Imagine a movie like animated, like a Mario movie. No, not Mario. Probably a better one would be
Zelda.
No, I wouldn't say Zelda would be the best.
Kirby?
Honestly, yeah. By Laika.
Yeah, that would take forever and a half to make, but
it would, but
it would work.
Especially with something like Kirby.
Yeah. Although Laika releases their movies through Universal.
Yeah, that's why I said.
Maybe. Earthbound movie?
Earthbound could work. Literally, how a lot of the character modeling for Earthbound was done was through clay figures, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, that would work well as stop motion, and it would also work well if it did a full remake in the Link's Awakening art style. In my opinion.
But they decided to buy out an entire animation studio.
Yeah.
Imagine waking up one day to realize that the company you work for has been bought out by fucking Nintendo.
Yeah, Nintendo rarely acquires anything. So the last time they bought out a game studio was Next Level Games, which was last year. And if you don't know, they developed Mario Strikers and the two most recent Luigi's Mansion games. They are located in Canada. So yeah, and before that it was Monolith Soft, who makes the Xenoblade games.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's always weird to acknowledge that Monolith, Monolith Soft's games are straight up Nintendo properties.
Yeah, even though the copyright mentions both, so I guess they consider it second party.
Second party still means second party. They're straight up owned by Nintendo.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure it's either they're fully owned or they have a controlling stake.
Essentially the same thing, really.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What other Nintendo properties could work as a movie? I'd say Zelda because of everyone wants one.
I think my main issue with a Zelda movie would be. Do you honestly think Hollywood would be okay with having a silent protagonist?
Shape of Water worked.
I guess that's true, but wasn't the main protagonist the woman?
Yeah. And
Link's Adventures require him to go into long dungeons with no one else but himself.
They can adapt some parts out. They can make shit work. If they try. Damn it. I was gonna say live action Pokemon movie, but that already exists. I forgot.
Detective Pikachu is a good movie, especially for such a mediocre game.
Yeah. It's a good movie by video game movie standards.
It's a fairly decent movie on its own.
Yeah.
Just.
I haven't even played the game, and I still like the movie.
The game, trust me, you don't want to bother. The game is literally mediocre as all hell.
I know they're making a sequel of some sort on the Switch. And that's all there's known.
There's one of the flowers that there's one of the things right there.
Yeah,
I'll be honest here, I expected the bubbles these things to be in to count as water.
The bubbles? Oh. Well, yeah, they count as water, I think.
No, the ones.
Oh, the ones with the stars in them.
Yeah.
I guess not. If you touch water as beam Mario, you just lose it.
Hey, Logan, I'm gonna go.
Okay.
Alright, I'll be back in a couple hours.
Okay. Is there one down here? Yeah, there it is. I see it.
Luckily, that one doesn't require you to have it.
Yeah. That's true.
I think there might be one up there.
Would an F-Zero movie work?
Depends. Do you think the Speed Racer movie worked?
I have not seen that movie. Was it good? Well,
there are people who enjoyed it and people who didn't.
Judging from the way you say it,
it was a bit polarizing.
Wasn't it made by the directors of The Matrix? Or am I misremembering?
I don't remember that well. There are some people who really enjoy it, and some people who do not care for it.
I'll have to Google it just to like see if that's true. Nope. What other Nintendo properties could work as like movies?
Huh. We'd have to like actually bust out a list of Nintendo properties because they make a ton of shit. Like the Famicom Detectives Club games could work as movies, or like serials essentially.
Maybe.
Specifically like detective, like just straight up. It would honestly probably work better like as a mini TV show.
Yeah.
Like just
some stuff would work better as a TV show. Some would work as a movie.
Yeah.
What else is this? What does Nintendo even do? Nothing.
That's why I said that we need like an actual like list of Nintendo properties. Just
Kid Icarus.
Kid Icarus would make a good like animated movie.
Yeah.
Not live action.
Duck Hunt.
Duck Hunt. I don't even think that could be adapted into anything.
It would be funny, but I don't know. Eternal Darkness, or whatever it's called.
Eternal Darkness would probably make a semi-decent like short series too.
Yeah.
I don't see it like having a full-blown movie thing because I honestly don't think that they'd be able to get away with that.
Yeah.
Not for like any reason, but because like that like Eternal Darkness is kind of a weird case.
Yeah, in what way?
In the way that it really, really heavily relies on the video game medium.
Oh yeah. Sanity meter. Oh, speaking of Nintendo, a new N64 game was added to their Switch Online, being Wave Race 64. Remember that game?
That was one of the earlier like N64 games for out.
Yeah. So it looks like they're sticking to their one N64 game a month. Stiff.
They need to. The N64 essentially had one video game come out every couple months.
Yeah. Alright, where's the N64 South Park game? That's a joke.
Like, the N64's release schedule was god-awful if you actually stopped to, like, look at it.
Yeah. But it had some good games.
It had a lot of good games, but this is very much a case of,
I mean, it had
quality over quantity, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it had heavy competition from the original PlayStation, which had over 1,000 games, and the N64 only had like 400.
Yeah, that's because the N64 had like no third-party support.
Yeah, but when it did get third-party support, it got third-party support.
I'm saying that the N64 by catalog is essentially the Wii U.
The N64 is when Nintendo stopped caring about being family friendly. So
I'd say that was actually the GameCube.
well, ESRB was introduced around then, and there was plenty of M-rated games on the 64. I failed. And
Most of them were just rated M because they had guns.
I mean, yeah, that is true. To an extent. I mean,
GameCube was the one that had things like fucking Resident Evil.
oh yeah, Mortal Kombat was on the N64.
Mortal Kombat was on the SNES, dude.
I know, but it had gore on the N64.
Yeah, like, I'm saying, like, if you really want to make an argument on, like, when Nintendo stopped caring about their family-friendly image, the correct argument here would be either the SNES or the GameCube. Because the N64, their mainline games kind of doubled down on their family image.
Perfect Dark. Oh, that was
Quest 64.
yeah. Perfect Dark. That was published. Was that published by Nintendo or was it published by?
That was Rare.
I mean, Nintendo.
Which, you know, means that Nintendo essentially published it.
Yeah.
Since Rare, during that time, was essentially a first party in all but name.
Yeah. Nintendo had a 49% stake.
And they would have been a first party had Nintendo got their heads out of their asses. What was their reason for even not wanting to buy them?
I'm not sure.
Like, they were literally asking to be bought out multiple times.
I mean, things could have been worse. Rare looked at being bought out by Activision at some point. God knows what would have happened to them.
It would have been better than Microsoft, I'll tell you that much.
But then now Microsoft's buying out Activision. It's come full circle.
Yeah.
And now Nintendo's buying out Microsoft. No, they're not.
No.
They're not going to. Would be funny though. Everything comes full circle.
Pretty sure most of the people who even like worked on most of the Rare stuff ended up on another studio that
Yeah.
then immediately went off to work for Nintendo.
Yeah, most of the good Rare employees from the golden days have left Nintendo, formed their own studios.
Not Nintendo, I think you mean Rare.
Left Rare and formed their own studios. Like one of them made Time Splitters. Then they made Ukulele, which was a game.
It exists.
It exists. I've heard the second one's better though.
It has a second one?
It's the second one's a 2D platformer, more like Donkey Kong Country, and I've heard it's better. Well, good things.
Well, considering how they Donkey Kong 64, I can only imagine it is.
Poor Donkey Kong. So yeah. I mean, I heard Perfect Dark did generate some controversy because it was M-rated on a Nintendo console, and they were like, Nintendo's family friendly, they got Mario and Pokemon.
Again, we literally just brought up the fact that, like, in response to everyone calling them wimps for how heavily they censored Mortal Kombat 1, they immediately went ahead and released Mortal Kombat 2 completely uncensored, with literally like no warning on the label, which is what led to the ESRB too.
So yeah. And then Contra's Bad Fur Day came out literally the next year.
Yeah.
None of those games are getting on Switch Online, unfortunately. Well,
Not yet.
I don't think they will, because the N64 app has a teen rating across the board for the entire app.
Yeah.
Maybe if they set like parental control filters.
I'm pretty sure they can change it because
Yeah.
doesn't the fucking SNES one have a different rating?
It's also T.
Uh.
I think they're all T. Oh yeah. This is a mistake.
In reality, probably the time that they've been most obvious about how little they care about their family-friendly image is right now.
I mean, people only notice that the Switch is popular. Well, more popular. What was M-rated on the GameCube? BMXXXX. There's that game.
Resident Evil 4.
That was a GameCube exclusive.
Yeah. What was rated M on the GameCube? Like, motherfucker! I literally brought up the first example.
that, there was a Mortal
They had literally the vast majority of the Resident Evil games in there too.
Yeah.
They had fucking
Mortal Kombat.
I was gonna say Metal Gear Solid: The Twin Snakes.
Yeah. That was there. Also GameCube exclusive, and because of that, it's really expensive.
Well, it was a remake of the first one, essentially.
Yeah. Like, expensive as in it's hard to find.
Mm.
There was a Mortal Kombat game on there, BMX XXX, which was uncensored on that and the Xbox, but censored on the PS2.
Yes, Sony and their constant decision to be prudes.
Which is hilarious. Really? And that was a foreshadowing of future events.
Yeah. But you might not know it, but the release of BMX XXX is quite literally a keystone, moment of foreshadowing for the future of these corporations and how they view censorship.
Censored on PS2, but not on GameCube or Xbox. How ironic. And by censored, I mean there was just black bars over the titty.
That's heavily censored.
Yeah. That's it. And that game put the final nail in Acclaim's coffin. For most of it. Well, they made a bunch of stupid decisions leading up to their thankful demise. Like,
But yeah, the point in time in which they've been the most obvious about how little they care about their family-friendly images right now, purely on the basis that, like, one of their best-selling series are things like Bayonetta.
Yeah.
Which at this point is getting to rare world levels of we own you.
Almost.
Yeah.
Or maybe Sega's just too stubborn to outright sell it out.
Sega's is too stubborn to all but admit that they've essentially just like completely submitted to Nintendo at times.
Almost. They have Atlas to handle their multi-platform business.
Yeah, but like if it weren't for certain franchises, they quite literally would have been absorbed by now.
I mean, Yakuza's not on the Switch yet, though. So there's that.
Yeah, no, like I'm saying certain franchises.
Yeah.
Yakuza and like and the like are basically the things keeping Sega like from being like fucking absorbed by other companies.
Yeah. In fact, they're coming out with Soul Hackers 2 pretty soon. That's on every platform except Switch.
Yeah.
Is it on PC? I know it's on both PlayStations and Xboxes, but I don't know if it's on PC.
Yeah, they spent an entire like they've spent most of like the fucking Wii U era essentially like completely under contract to Nintendo, which is why they've been doing so much as they can to try and get out of like being pigeonholed as one of Nintendo's companies.
Sega even published an M-rated game that was exclusive to the Wii. It was called Mad World.
Yeah.
Developed by Platinum, Bayonetta developers. And then people were like, no, the Wii's family friendly, they can't do this. And Nintendo was like, the Wii is for everyone, even adults.
I love how, like, the only reason Nintendo has a family-friendly image isn't even thanks to Nintendo. It's everyone deciding and demanding that Nintendo is family-friendly.
You clearly have not played Fire Emblem. That's all I'll say.
It's like, I think the only time they've actually doubled down on that family-friendly image is probably like the Wii and DS era.
Yeah.
And even then, it wasn't a family-friendly image they were doubling down on. They were doubling down on image on a casual, everyone can play Nintendo-like image.
And it worked.
Like, yeah, both the Wii and the Nintendo DS were some of the best-selling consoles they've ever made.
The 3DS and Wii U? Well, 3DS, yeah, but Wii U?
Not so much.
Ironic, I'm playing on a Wii U right now. I got it a month after it came out. The Wii was my first console, actually.
I'm pretty sure like fucking 5 of the reasons why people, 5 of those numbers for how like much the Wii U is sold has been Scott the Woz.
13 million units, only Wii U. Probably, yeah. I'm good. All that for a 1-up, that was not worth it.
I don't even know where they were meant to go.
Me neither. Yeah, Call of Duty was on the Wii, which somehow sold well.
That's because it was the only like shooter game for that console.
Yeah. Other stuff was on the Wii. Manhunt was on the Wii, which I find funny. People are like, people should not promote the Wii. It has this game. It's so violent. You can use motion controls to strangle people with a plastic badge.
And all I could think of is, have you fucking seen any other game console?
Yeah, but the Wii took it. The Wii had motion controls. You are the killer. Even more so. I don't know what I'm saying. Bro, I had a weird dream recently that Persona 4 wasn't a PS2 exclusive, but it was also on the Wii, and I was like, what?
It's not a PS2 exclusive. Have you seen the Vita?
Well, at the time, it was also on. I had a dream that it also came out on the Wii, and I was like, okay.
How?
I don't know.
The PS2 was the GameCube era.
It came out in 2008. The Wii and PS3 were already out by then. Because, you know, people still make PS2 games after the PS3 came out. There was a PS2 bundle with Toy Story 3, which came out in 2010. So,
Yeah.
PS2 is literally the best-selling console ever, so what's there to argue with that?
I don't know. I have an issue of like how long the fucking that one generation lasted.
Stitch generation?
Yeah.
Mostly the PS2 was carrying it.
Yeah, no, I'm saying that like that generation was fucking small.
PS2, GameCube, Xbox, Dreamcast. Well, if you count Dreamcast, it kind of like...
Even the GBA only lasted like what, 3 years?
I guess, does PSP fall under that, or 7th gen?
PSP is DS era.
Okay, so 7th gen. Thank you, Weirdo, for telling me how to work these things.
But yeah, it's like... It's a bit weird how, quite literally, that one era, like, lasted so little.
Well... I mean, Dreamcast came out in 98. 98 in Japan. 1999 over here. PS2 was 2000, and Sega was like, we're fucked. And PSP came out after DS, right?
Yeah.
2005, yeah. So lasted from 1998 to 2013, was when the PS2 was discontinued.
The thing is, like, I'm looking at handhelds because that's like the thing that actually like impacted me, since I didn't have a fucking game console until the Wii.
Yeah, the Wii, I had a game. The Wii was my first system ever. I got a DS after.
But like, the GBA came out in like 2000, I think.
GBA, it's same year as the GameCube, 2001.
Yeah. Yeah, then it literally only lasted 3 years.
Also came out
since the DS came out in 2004, I think.
Yeah, that's kind of small. But I guess Nintendo needed something new to like recover from the GameCube. It worked. DS is the second highest selling system ever. Even the DS has some M-rated games, but not a lot.
They have Call of Duty games.
Yeah, the Call of Duty games are rated teen on there. They had a GTA game on there.
They had it on the GBA too.
Well, a full M-rated GTA. Pretty sure the GBA one was only rated teen. And I know there was one on the Game Boy Color, but I don't think it ever released. Or I don't know if it did.
I think the 1 for 2 did, but not the 1 for 1.
Yeah. So yeah. That's our rambling. That's our rambling of Nintendo's family friendliness. The Wii U had like 20 M-rated games total.
Like all about like half of them came out in the first year.
Yeah. You got 2 Call of Duty games, 1 Deus Ex game, 2 Assassin's Creed. Watch Dogs was kind of the last big third-party M-rated game on there.
Last big third-party game, probably.
Yeah, well...
you know, that's not Just Dance?
Just Dance or any Toys to Life game. Because Nintendo realized that these Toys to Life games are the only third-party support the Wii U will ever get now. It's been 30 minutes, we might as well end the episode, so...
Just Dance literally abandoned Nintendo. Well, the Wii U anyways, it was still on the Wii.
On the Wii, but not the Wii U. It was on Wii and Switch, but not Wii U, that's fine. Alright, see you next episode for... more discussion. Who knows what they'll be about.